Peloton's game-changing indoor cycling bike brings the Energy Alive studio classes up to your house, condo, apartment, 14 live rides a day. Learn more about the Peloton bike, onepeloton.com, or visit their local showrooms. By the way, I've said this for years and years and years and years, is that there's only really been 8 players. I've been watching the NBA since the 70s. I remember the first game I ever watched. It was the Portland Trail Blazers and the Lakers, and Wilt Chamberlain had a headband, was in the Rose Garden. It was called something else, the Memorial Coliseum, seated 12,666. I always remember that. Sold out every game. And that was the first game I watched in the NBA. I watched the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, now, turn of the century. Been watching this league for about 47 years. There's been about 8 players who have changed it. 8. Michael obviously changed it. Magic, Bird. I think Shaq and Kobe, Tim Duncan, and LeBron James. Steph Curry. There's about 8 that have really changed the league. Giannis, great player, will never change the league. Anthony Davis, great player, will never change the league. I saw this story yesterday. Dave McMiniman covers the NBA, says the Laker trade package will include all or a combination of Ingram, Hart, Kuzma, Ball, Zubac, as well as future first-round picks. Basically, all the guys you drafted, all the guys you groomed, all the guys you mentored, all the guys you taught, you're going to give them all away to get Anthony Davis. And this is the business you're in when you get into the LeBron business. You get into the win-now urgency business. You're no longer in the developmental business. This team will be an older team once this trade is realized from this point forward. It's going to be LeBron. It's going to be Anthony Davis because they're going to get him. Next Thursday's the deadline. May not get him by then, but they're going to get him. And then they're going to get rid of all these one-year contracts, these Rondos, these Lance Stevensons, these JaVale McGee's, and they're going to sign veterans because that's what this league is all about. Go look at the Warriors. Go look at the last 2 dynasties. I'll name the top 10 players. Steph, veteran. Draymond, veteran. Durant, veteran. Clay, now veteran. LeBron, veteran. Bosh, veteran. Love, veteran. D-Wade, veteran. That's what wins. It's another illustration that what Phoenix is doing is adorable. And, what Sacramento's doing is cool. But this is about men, not kids. And what the Lakers want to do, I'm told, they want to get this deal done. They'll give up everybody to get him. I wouldn't. I would really try to keep Lonzo. I'd really try to keep Lonzo or Kuzma and use them as another trade part. I think Kuzma's got real trade value, and I still think Lonzo's a very unique player. I thought before he got hurt, he was playing his best basketball as a Laker. He's still a kid. He should be a senior and junior in college. I think Lonzo and Kuzma have real talent and will go somewhere and be real players. If they go to the Pelicans, they're going to get a starting point guard. You could move a Drew Holiday. You got Lonzo, you got Kuzma, you'll have picks. You're not going to be terrible. These guys can play a little bit. So Doug Gottlieb told us recently the impact LeBron has when he comes to your team.
Look at the record for the Cavs when he left. Look at the record for the Heat when he left. Part of it is that's who LeBron is. You try and create everything to be perfect for him, and when he leaves, it's like the kid that comes over to your house, and every time he comes over to your house, right, somebody ends up being sick, or the playroom's messed up, and somebody's, there's slime. Your kids are too old to make slime. There's slime in the carpet. Right? And you're like, what happened? They're like, well, LeBron was here. This is what happens. LeBron's a lot of fun, and everybody has a good time. And then when he leaves, everything is a mess. That's LeBron James. When he leaves it a mess. Other players, when they leave the situation better than it had been.
This is very true. When you get into the LeBron business, it is about now. You're going to give up all your draft picks. You're going to give up all those hours of mentoring and coaching and developing and scouting and drafting. And when LeBron leaves, it's going to be a very old team. It's going to be a very old to Anthony Davis. By the time LeBron leaves, if he stays in LA, he'll be 32 years old. LeBron will be 37, 39 years old, and they'll have a bunch of veterans and maybe one young guy who's coming off the bench. But to Doug's point, this is the LeBron business. When you make a decision to go with LeBron, he's not into kids. He's not into development. He's on winning now, urgency, get me guys who can hit shots and make baskets and beat the Warriors. So to Doug's point, it's a real thing. It is a real thing. They're going to, according to the stories, they're going to give everybody up. All the draft picks, all the players, Kuzma, Ingram, Hart, it doesn't matter. You're getting into the LeBron business, the old business, and in about 7 years, the really ugly business.
That's what you have to do.